They're the last police department in Hampton Roads to get body cameras.
For the first time, we're getting a closer look at the technology that will soon be worn by every Virginia Beach police officer. 13 News Now reporter Jacqueline Lee was there as the officers showed off their new tools.
Jacqueline, tell us all about it.
Well, Regina, there are a total of 450 body cameras, and they will roll out in 4 phases. It'll take a total of 18 to 24 months for the entire department to implement the new technology.
For years, the police department responsible for the largest city in the state, Virginia Beach, discussed using body cameras. They were supposed to start last year.
The key element in that is that we did not want to hurry into a mistake and duplicate problems or challenges that other agencies had developed.
Police Captain Todd James explained taking the extra time is a good thing. The department realized they needed to address other challenges that came with the roughly $5 million project, such as the added pressure on the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office.
And we estimate that the Virginia Beach Police Department is going to be sending us 14,000 to 15,000 hours of body camera footage that we're going to need to watch on an annual basis in preparation of our cases. That is a game changer.
As of last Monday, the department is slowly distributing the cameras. The officers are responsible for turning the cameras on and off manually anytime they interact with someone.
You know, what are some of the challenges when we start? It's new.
Chief Jim Cervera said the officers will be held accountable because anytime a weapon is drawn, the officer's camera and any camera within 30 feet will automatically activate.
We will not be able to capture everything, but we will be able to capture a lot. I think a lot of citizens will appreciate the fact that we are now recording all of our encounters.
So the Virginia Beach Police Department is in the first phase. The Kempsville precinct received 20 cameras last Monday. Next Monday, Special Operations will receive 20 cameras, and so on and so forth. So Police Captain Todd James explained the benefits of body cameras include a decrease in complaints, use of force, and lawsuits. Live in studio, Jacqueline Lee, 13 News Now.